What's up, you guys? Let's get this started. I don't know how do I title this? How do I write? I'm gonna give everybody a little minute. Everybody shout out. What's up, Z? How are you? Oh my god. I am Zanice joined. How do I title this? I'm gonna write something. Q. What's up, Alex? Y'all gonna hang out for a bit? Ask me a few questions. I can pin this, right? How you guys doing? Send me a... Oh, pin it. There it is. I'm gonna pin it. I remembered how to do it. Oh, what's up, bro? Mr. Chiropractor himself. How you guys doing? I'm not going to be on here long. Maybe like 20, 30 minutes. Just answer a few questions. Whatever you guys got for me. Let's not get too carried away. So that way we can save some questions for next time. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and maybe give another minute. Otherwise, if you guys have a question, just go ahead and write it in the comments. To make it simple, if you guys don't have a question, there's a couple things that I don't mind talking about. Basically, just a couple nutrition myths that we've all heard for a long time and that aren't actually true. So, what's up, Angela? So, if you guys don't have any questions yet, that's fine. I'll definitely have some things to talk about. But cool, we do have a question. Oh, thank God. Thanks, Z. What do you do for muscle recovery, coach? Mainly after strength training, I just make sure I stretch. You know, stretching is a big thing for me. I grew up playing sports, so, you know, warming up and stretching was like almost like Bible. You know, like you had to do it. Practice, stretch, games, stretch, post-game stretch. But another thing I like to do is I do like to foam roll. I know there's conflicting ideas about foam rolling. I like it. I think it's beneficial. It's always helped me ever since I started doing it a while ago. It's helped me really recover and stay like not as sore. And then I also do take a supplement. It's called Mars Performance, Mr. Mars. I'll post it later. But that's a supplement I take. It does help with recovery. It has a couple ingredients in there. They're all like research-based ingredients that have scientifically backed results to help with muscle recovery and soreness. So those are really just like kind of simple things: stretch, roll out, and make sure I stay hydrated. And I don't overtrain either. I don't do anything crazy, right? I do whatever's good for me, and I don't try to do anything beyond what I'm capable of doing. So make sure that I stay safe, to say the least. But yeah, great questions. Yeah, I appreciate that. Anyone else? I know there's like a million people on here, so you know, one at a time, please. But I do like that question, and I do make sure that I try to preach that as much as possible to recover, to stay safe, to, you know, make sure that you're stretching. Yoga's great too. So if like you want to try something new in your exercise routine and you've never done yoga, Pilates, they're great movement options that don't involve too much, as much as like strength training. So thanks for the questions, Z. I appreciate it. Anyone else? Got another one? No? That's okay. Like I said, I got a few things that we can cover. This will be recorded, so I'm going to post it later anyways. That way anyone can see this and have something to learn. Oh, good question. How do you feel about more plant-based and less meat diets? So this is a fun question because my wife's actually plant-based. Well, more, I guess, pescatarian now. She does eat fish. But I mean, Personally, like I'm more on the animal-based diet. I'd rather someone have more natural food that you would get out in nature versus something that you'd probably get like in a lab. So having a more meat-based diet or just animal-based diet, I feel is more sustainable long-term as well. Because if like all grocery stores all of a sudden were gone, or like all food supply chains were kind of all of a sudden gone, are your really only option or recourse is to like try to like find food, right? And you're not gonna find a Beyond Burger or Beyond Meat cow or something, you know. So like if you can fish it, if you can catch it, if you can gather it, like fruits, nuts, berries, stuff like that, I think is a little bit more beneficial. It goes back to more of our like our primitive ancestry, you know. Our DNA is kind of coded and used to, like, genetically predisposed to consuming those foods. So I feel it's better to be animal-based. Plant-based isn't horrible. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think it definitely should be done with really good balance. So great question, Angel. I appreciate that. I like it. Woo! Man, I was tired, guys. It's been a long day. It's okay. I'm here at home, chilling, sitting, you know. I don't need a... Anyways, so like I said, there's a couple things that we can talk about. There's some nutrition myths that we've all heard for quite a long time in our lives, and fortunately for us nowadays, we're able to debunk these things with like research and science and things like that. So myth number one, we've heard for a long time, carbs are our enemy, or carbs are bad, don't eat carbs, avoid carbs as much as possible. The problem with that type of messaging is that, you know, not all carbohydrates are created equal. Our body uses carbohydrates as energy. So if we're depriving our body of energy, we're doing a lot more damage than good. There are ways to do zero carb and still supplement correctly and have the correct amount of nutrition, but you have to be very specific with it, and you have to plan. You can't just do it on a whim. So it's just really about choosing the right type of carbs. Like fruits are really good carbohydrate. It's a natural carbohydrate. Again, we go back to like animal-based and plant-based. Fruits are very good carbohydrate that your body will use for energy, and you're not getting any like, you know, bad nutrients in it. So vegetables are good too. And then, you know, potatoes and rice in moderation. So carbs are not the enemy. The only type of carbs you're going to want to avoid are the starchy carbs, like, and the processed carbs, bread, pasta, refined sugars, processed food, more things that aren't natural. So if you can't, my rule is if you can't find it in nature, you probably don't want to eat it, right? Stick to natural whole foods. Second myth that we've heard is if you eat it late at night, you can gain weight. It's actually not true. It really just depends on what you're eating, of course, and if the calories you are consuming are in line with your daily caloric needs and your daily nutrient needs, right? If you're going to eat half a pint of Ben and Jerry's before bed, I think that's probably not a good option, but half a pint of Ben and Jerry's isn't a good option even like midday, right? So it's best to just stick to good, whole, nutritious food that you should be eating, whether it's late at night or not. Just make sure you're reaching your caloric intake that you should be meeting based on your goals. So just keep that in mind. It's all about planning ahead and knowing what's good for your body and what's not good for your body. So yeah. Again, like the first myth, this is our third myth, all fats are bad. I mean, I get it. You know, fat isn't, you want to get rid of body fat, so eating fat probably is counterintuitive, but there are good fats that you can consume. We've all heard about healthy fats like avocados, nuts, coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, fish, the omega-3 fats in fish. That's really good for you. It's good for your brain, overall well-being. It's good for your skin. So there are benefits to certain types of fats that your body does need. So don't villainize all fats, because not all fats are bad. just don't eat, saturated fats and, no, not saturated, trans fats, the ones that are, the ones that you find at restaurants that make everything taste the same. I know it tastes good, but it all tastes the same. It's all just that fat, right? But those are the types of fats you don't want to have. Those are the ones you want to stay away from. So stick to healthy fats, avocados, nuts. Again, natural whole foods, right? If you find it in nature, it's most likely good for you. So if it's not made in a lab, if it's not made in a warehouse or factory hundreds of miles away, then it's probably going to be good for you. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining. We're just debunking a few old nutrition myths and making sure that you guys know that they're not real. Number 4 here, skipping meals helps with weight loss. I think that's like an old school, like don't eat and you'll lose weight, just drink water, or have a Tic Tac, or just one leaf of lettuce, or whatever, the 80s and 90s diets where we don't eat food because we're scared we're gonna gain weight. That can really be detrimental. You can actually end up overeating later. You can deprive your body of the proper nutrients. You can be low on energy. So just make sure you're planning ahead, having good balanced meals with the right nutrients that you need for yourself and for your goals. So don't skip meals, unless you're doing it on purpose, unless you're fasting, unless you have to, right? But don't do it for the sole purpose of thinking that you're going to lose weight. Because even if you lose weight, you'll probably gain it right back because you'll overeat the next time because you're going to want to have more of what you didn't have. So don't skip meals. Detox diets cleanse your body. What cleanses your body is your liver and your kidneys. You have 2 natural organs in your body that detox for you. So all you have to do is keep those healthy, right? Focus on a balanced diet that gives it the right nutrients so that you can have healthy functioning liver and kidneys. Drink a lot of water. Make sure you're not drinking excess sugar. Make sure you're not drinking excess alcohol. Make sure you're not putting stuff in your body so that your filters have to work overtime to make a difference in your body. Take care of your body will take care of you. I say that all the time. And it really will. Our bodies are way smarter than us. People have asked, it knows how to do that. It knows how to do way more than you do. It's doing it all for you anyways, right? So trust your body. Just take care of your body, please. There's a couple more here. Protein only comes from meat. This actually goes back to Angela's question, which is kind of cool. So again, plant-based isn't bad. Just make sure you're getting the sufficient amount of protein from your plant-based diet. So tofu has protein, beans, quinoa is excellent sources of protein, spinach, lentils, those are great sources of protein. And then of course you can supplement with protein powders and things like that. So those are great options. But again, I would still opt for a animal-based diet as much as possible. So even if you don't want to eat red meat or chicken or anything like that, maybe you can eat fish or eggs just to really supplement with a healthy nutrient. You need to drink 8 glasses of water a day. That's an arbitrary number. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's hydration needs are different. So you can't just tell, a 5'3" person who's 130 pounds that they need 8 glasses of water, and a 6'8" person who's 250 pounds that they also need 8 glasses of water. It doesn't equate, right? So your hydration needs are based on your needs, based on your body requirement. So just listen to your body, right? Try to drink water throughout the day. Make sure you're hydrating, but you don't need to necessarily count how much water you're intaking. Just don't be thirsty all day. Drink water. Supplements can replace a balanced diet. I think this one had a lot to do with the supplement industry getting really big and getting really popular. But I don't believe that supplements are going to replace whole foods. Again, if you can't find it in nature, you probably shouldn't be consuming it as much. Now, supplements in and of themselves aren't bad. Of course not. It's a supplement, right? So you're adding to what you're already consuming. So just if you're plant-based, right? So if we go back to a plant-based diet then you may want to supplement with B12 and iron and things like that, because you're not getting it from a natural source like red meat, right? So supplements are good when used correctly. They complement, not replace, a healthy diet. They supplement that diet. All right, so keep that in mind. 2 more here, you guys. Eating less automatically means losing weight. That comes kind of with that skipping meals one. You don't necessarily lose weight just by eating less, right? There's a number called the BMR, basal metabolic rate, which is your number of calories that your body burns just by existing every day. So whether you walk, run, exercise, or do anything, if you're just sitting down, like right now, my eyes blinking, my hands moving, my brain operating, my lungs breathing in and out, my heart pumping blood, my stomach digesting, all that is using energy. And what energy is measured as in your body is calories. So basal metabolic rate, your body's already burning a certain amount of calories. So your body also needs to replenish those calories with food. So if you're eating less than what your body's burning, you're actually you are in a deficit, but you're putting yourself in a negative deficit where your body doesn't even have energy to properly recover, to properly absorb the nutrients that you're giving it. So don't just eat less. Find a way to get your macros and your calories needs for the day, and then plan your meals ahead of time and balance your meals ahead of time. Don't eat less. Eat nutrients dense foods that are going to give you the quality nutrients that you need, that is going to help you have long-term sustainable weight loss, not just like a yo-yo up and down. All right. And then the last one here, low fat always means healthy. Again, that goes back to the all fats are bad. Some fats you do need for nutrient absorption. So if you don't have that fat in your food, your body's not going to be able to absorb the nutrients. So choose unsaturated fats. Don't stay away from trans fats and things like that. All right. So those are our last few myths that we debunked. We do have another question. Oh, hi, honey. Odd Photos joined. What's better, a 24-hour fast or a 72-hour fast? It's hard to say what's better. They're both beneficial. It really depends on what your desired goal is. If you just want to see if you can do it, then I would suggest a 24-hour fast. And if it's your first time doing it, 24-hour fast. It's a lot easier. You're asleep for 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours, right? So that already leaves 16, 17 hours. So it's a lot easier to manage that. You're at work most of the day. You probably don't eat as much while you're at work. So it's a little bit easier to balance that. A 72-hour fast is going to be more for if you're looking for the longer, not long term, but the longer effect that you get from taking a 72-hour fast, right? So after 48 hours, your body starts to break down cells, starts to regenerate. Hi, mira, desde El Salvador. So basically your cells regenerate and produce healthier cells so that when you're in that 48, 72-hour period, your body's getting rid of cells that are no longer good. So it breaks them down and then gets rid of that waste so that you can have newer cells come in and basically regenerate and rejuvenate your body. And that's actually helpful for of preventing cancer as well, right? Juliana says hi, Theo. Hi, Juliana. I miss you guys. Cancer is damaged cells that damage other cells. So if we're able to get rid of those cells and the body gets rid of them, then that's gonna help prevent cancer in the long term. So 72-hour fasts are good for the cell regeneration. It's gonna help produce I forget what it's called, but it's a fluid in the brain that helps with brain function. So it's gonna make you feel a little more alert, more productive, and you're also gonna be able to sleep better because your body's a lot more restored and recovered and not worried about digesting every 3 to 4 hours, because that's how often we eat in this day and age, right? But yeah, that's all I got, you guys. Nice 20 minutes. Like I said, 20 to 30 minutes, nothing longer. We don't have any other questions, do we? Cynthia? Pregunta? No? All right. That's okay. I'm going to do this every Monday, 7 o'clock. Just join me. If you have questions, great. If you don't, that's fine. You can be on here. You can learn. You can listen to me. Sometimes I do go off into a tangent, so you're going to have to forgive me. And I will decorate a little bit in here. We're kind of reorganizing the office, so it's going to take a little bit, but I promise you it's going to look fantastico. So you don't look at that box right there. Anyways, I'm too pregnant. What you talking about too pregnant for this? Es que you estás comiendo todo, ¿verdad? You're eating everything right now. Ah, to be pregnant. Oh, but anyways, guys, sorry, tangent. That's my sobrina from El Salvador. I'm very happy she's on here. Thank you. Anyways, next Monday, 7 o'clock, this video, I should be able to save it. I'll post it, and it'll be on my Instagram, and then I'll post it on YouTube as well. But that way we can just kind of keep track of this, and if you miss a Monday night, you can go back and look. If not, it'll be there. Hopefully I see you live. Hopefully we have more questions. But I will have something to talk about every week, so that, you know, if there's not enough questions, or we want to learn something new, we'll learn something new. So next week, live Q&A again, and then we'll talk about building healthy habits, like where to start. I'm eating healthy. Good. I'm proud of you. Can you send Monica back? I miss her. I miss her too. Send her back. She needs to come back home. Bye, honey. I'll see you in a little bit. I'll be here next Monday. I will be here too, and I can't wait to see you. All right, you guys have a good night. Don't forget, love yourself and be the best version of yourself. Bye.